This is Lord Mafka, aka Rogan Ozrai, and in today's video, I want to talk about why modern society creates bitter and lonely people. From one of the things that you can really learn when you're embarking on your journey throughout life is you're going to have a lot of nights alone to where you wonder what's the meaning behind your life. Why do you have to keep working a job that you hate every day? The same with my situation to where I'm possibly going to have to get a part-time online job, a second job, to where I have to pay off more of these bills and other things. And it makes you wonder, what is the point of to continue going through this stuff if there's really nothing grand for you in the end? What is the actual point to you to keep slaving away, to keep suffering, to keep taking all of the nonsense, the BS that people and this world is giving to you? And really the answer is really no meaning to it. Because at the end of the day, we all have a permanent slumber button that's waiting on us. And you know what I mean. So it really is no purpose to really be stressing out and over worrying on things, because at the end of the day, it's all going to leave at some point, and you most likely you won't have any memory of it when it's time for you to pass away off this earth. So when we look at society into how people socialize with each other, it's very just cold and robotic. People expect you to socialize a certain way. They expect you to follow certain social norms of having a certain clothing style, speaking a certain way. People want you to even move and walk a certain way. That's what's so insane about it. And when a society gets to that extent to where the masses are just fully following whatever trend that's being set by these celebrities and everyone else that have power and influence around them, this is when we start to see the real toxicity, the real type of negativity within people. Because a lot of these people have a lot of just hurt wounds to them, and they really don't know how to navigate through that. So they feel the need to go out here and take that pain out on someone else. Why are you taking your pain out on other people when that's not going to make you feel better? You're just going to become a more miserable person at the end of the day, because you still have to wake up with a crappy life. I mean, nowadays, all our lives are pretty crappy. There's only very few human beings who can say they actually have more good days than bad days. Or heck, even just normal neutral days. Like, most of us don't even have that anymore. It's hard for most of us to sleep at night because we have so much insomnia of thinking about all the things we went through, thinking about everything that we could have did right in our past to move forward. And this type of thinking comes from not having a good quality of life experiences. And this is why it's so important for younger people and just everyone to have good life experiences. Like, that is very essential to you developing a better sense of the world and being able to conduct yourself through it. Because if you're constantly having just miserable thrown at you 24/7, you have people picking on you for no reason, people trying to argue and start fights over you with over the smallest things about what foods you like to eat, like what TV shows, what movies you like to watch. They'll say, "Oh, you watch that movie? Oh, that's so stupid. You listen to that music? Oh, that's for idiots." Like, this type of ego grab just shows you how pathetic people feel on the inside to have to belittle each other. And when I was in that party, I really started to just think back to why I isolate myself the way I do. The reason why I conduct myself in such a very secretive manner. Because these people are only looking to take from you because they've never had anything good in their life, barely. And another thing, when we look at a lot of these girls who are claiming that they're happy, these IG models, a lot of these women who have OF OnlyFans, right? These women who so called are living the life, a lot of these women are not happy. They are still stuck trying to masquerade all of the sadness they feel inside because they really haven't met a man to where they can actually really heal and open up with them, because they're not allowing it. And that's the thing. Women will always have the choice of loneliness, and men will not have a choice of loneliness. If you're a guy that's destined to be alone, there's no ifs, ands, or tweaks or hacks around that. You're not finding a glitch around that. And just the craziest part about it is we always say there's someone from every person out there when it really isn't. There's only someone for every few person out there. So if that was the case, most people wouldn't even be alone right now. Like most people wouldn't even be watching these type of videos. People would be out living their life and they would have more things that they're focused on doing with their lives, and they would just be focused on just normal activities such as cooking, probably cleaning up, picking up a new hobby, learning more things, getting into more arts and crafts, taking up just more choices in your life that can get you out here and become a social functioning human being. But when you live in a society that is constantly perpetuating the stereotype of, oh, it's your fault, you need to fix your life, nothing isn't going to get better unless you put your best foot forward and try everything continuously, even though you've failed over and over again. And that's when the system doesn't win because they want you to keep playing the game. They want you to keep thinking that you're the issue so you can keep coming back to them, asking them for advice on what can I do? How can I make up for this? And once they give you the advice, and who does this sound familiar to? Your parents. This sounds familiar to your coworkers, your friends, all of just everyone around you who told you, oh, you just need to do this certain action and then you'll get this result. And then once you don't get anything from it, you're told that you're just a moron who didn't do it correctly. And this is just the plain and gaslighting we have in our society. And this is why socializing is becoming more hazardous than anything when we think about it. Because most people who have their day to day lives, like they're very unfulfilled and they're looking to cause more misery and pain because it makes them feel like even more of a bigger person, which is a really sad life to just live. And that's why you see a lot of these people online who are just always constantly leaving hate comments on people's platform and always just have something just strange to say, making some type of just weird joke or emphasis on what this person is like in real life who they don't even know. It just shows you the type of just hurt individual that they are on the inside. So when you have a society like this, it's very done. It's nothing you can do to really save it. The only thing that's really left for you to do is avoid becoming infected like everyone else. And that's another thing. Everyone wants to say, oh, not everyone is the same. Oh, these people aren't the same. This girl isn't the same. Oh, those people aren't the same. But see, here's the thing, a lot of people are the same nowadays. You hardly find people who are really different that you can actually talk to and get along with. Everyone else is always on some type of hateful energy. They always have to have some type of bull crap pride and feel like they need to just prove themselves and put someone else down. I mean, it's ridiculous. So when we start calling out these problems, people want to say, oh, you're the issue for calling out the problem. But how are you not the issue for not calling out these problems? We're only bringing the light to these things for the people who have channels such as myself who talk about these social issues, who talk about how horrible modern dating is and how the family dynamics are just dysfunctional and really don't have any real value to them anymore. When we shine the light on these things, people just get scared because that means they have to start confronting all of those issues that they've never thought about in their just little mundane lives. So this society is really cooked, especially in the Western world. You don't have real families anymore. You don't have people dating genuinely to actually have a family no more. You don't have people trying to have healthy relationships. No one wants to be chill anymore. No one wants to do just something that's just out of pure kindness. Because we already know where doing things out of kindness will get you. It will get you more mocked. It will get you more laughed at. You'll just have more negativity your way. Meanwhile, the people who are out here just worried about themselves, the selfish just people of the world who take and do all of this conniving and just treacherous stuff, they're being rewarded for their bad behavior. And that's the thing about all these religions and just society in general with the normal social standards. Everyone always talks about, oh, they'll get their karma, they'll get theirs. And, oh, you see this person, they did all of that bad stuff and it happened to them. I mean, obviously, if this person is messing with more people who have more power than them, like, at some point, yes, they're going to get caught up. But generally speaking, these people who have money and call all the shots, they never get brought to justice. They go on with their lives and they continue just reigning over the masses, just victimizing us, bullying us into submission to just work crappy jobs 24/7 without even having a good life. Not being able to experience the fullness of living as a human being and deciding whatever the heck you want to do for yourself. How is that a life that is just something to just be happy worth living and not complain about? How are you going to tell someone, oh, don't cry and complain about that when they're not happy living the type of life they live? And if you were so happy living the life that you were living, for the person who might say, oh, you're just complaining, why are you complaining about other people complaining? Ask yourself that question. What makes you feel so drawn in to try and correct other people? Is it because you feel like there's something you're not correcting in yourself? So it just shows you every time you sit there and you listen to people talk, or if you read what people say online, they have such very little dull minds that they can't even comprehend the certain fact that most people are unhappy in their life and they're screwed up. And that's how it's going to be for a lot of people until the day they leave this earth. So if you're one of the few people who can make it out of that situation and get something going for yourself, then by all means, that is great for you. But if you're one of the people who are out here really struggling to really get by, then most likely you're going to continue struggling and just living a just horrible life, man. And you have to find ways to just rearrange yourself and get yourself back together to get through it. But you guys take care. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me what else you guys want me to elaborate on in the comment sections. I'd highly appreciate it, guys. My job has been really killing me here, but I hope you guys are making it through it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and like I always tell you guys, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.